morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. Start coding Emacs Lisp today. So, if you are here, say hi. If you are not here, skip around and play at 1.5 speed. So we're gonna do Emacs Lisp coding, okay? So we're gonna write a command that increment digits. Let me show you. Hello, it's 11 o'clock. So let's see increment digit, okay? So can you see my screen? Let's stop that. Okay, so yeah, you can see my screen, okay? So here is a digit, number 3, and the pink window shows all my command calls and keystrokes. So keystrokes on the left, command name on the right. You can search the command name on the web. You'll probably find the source code on my website. Okay, so for example, I want to delete this. So for example, show this in browser. So you got the URL there. So that is, let me show you. Press the key, that's select element, you see. Or, so I can, for example, if my cursor is here, select the element, that's the link. Select again, that's the list item. Select again, that's a UL, which is an ordered list, which corresponds to this, YouTube link. So, for example, my cursor is here. I press the key. That's smart delete, and that the whole URL is, the whole unordered list is gone. Undo. So anyway, so that's a pink window. Command names and keystroke on the left. I'm using xah keys. Okay, you can get it for free. It's the most efficient key binding system. So here is the source code. Here's the web page. xah keys, the most efficient key binding system for Emacs. So that means if you are a coder, you can use this and use Emacs. That will be more efficient than anything, than Vim, than VS Code, or what have you. Meaning less keystrokes to do the same thing, okay? So essentially it's a set of key binding designed like a model system, more efficient than Vim. Less keystrokes to do the same thing for mostly programmers or writers, okay? But you have to learn Emacs. Okay, so xah keys, that's what I'm using. I'm using Vorak keyboard layout, and let's begin coding. Okay, let's start coding. So let's do a demo. So you see this number 3. I want to increase it. Call the command. You can see xah-increment-number there. Now it becomes 4. Then I can press up arrow key or hold it to increase the number, you see, or down arrow to decrease it, you see. And it'll go into negative. Okay, it went into that behavior, which is not good. But anyway, increase, decrease, okay? So that is the command. For example, let me try another command. Let me try again on a different number. So this is the date. You can see the command xah insert date. And you can insert a variety of date formats. So you do that by Control U first, then do it. Then you'll ask you what kind of date you want. Let's see, all digits. Okay, then you got this 2025, 01, 23rd, 18 means 18 o'clock. Military style, 6 o'clock p.m., 7 minutes, 51 seconds. Now let's call the increment number. So undo increment number. So you can now, you see, you can increase the number. Okay, so this is convenient because oftentimes if you have something, you don't want to, let's say you want to change this to 8, then you have to delete, then 08, 0888. You see, it's, so it's better if you can just increment. And also this increment command, once you call it, you can hold down the arrow key up or down, or you can use the mouse wheel. So you see, now you see, using the mouse wheel, fantastic. Now if you can see, can you see my other mouse? No. Okay, so but okay, well, if I put this here, you cannot see. What? Okay, this way you can see. Okay, so you see this mouse got a spin wheel. It just infinitely spins. Okay, so if you have a mouse, now go back to Emacs. Let's say 3. Okay, now call the command xah-increment-number. Now I just spin the mouse. Okay, let's try again. So I'm trying to put closer so you can see. Okay, so call the command 5 and scroll wheel to increase, and if I just push it, you see it spins. So it mega increment. This is like the wheel of fortune. Okay, let's see if I'm gonna get an odd number or even number. Now if I get an even number, that means I win. Okay, now spin is big money, big 7. Shit. Okay. Okay, so you see the power of the spin. So fantastic. Okay, this is the power of Emacs xah-increment-number. Okay, now there's a problem. I want to make a modification. Why? Because, for example, 2025 October 23rd. Now today is not, I mean, that's August. Today is what, 2025 January. So I need to decrease it. So I do it, then it becomes 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. However, it got rid of the 0. That's no good. Typically you don't, you want to keep it. So we're gonna rewrite the command so that it only change the current digit. Okay, and also when there is no digit around the cursor, when you call it right now, if I call it, it says error, char under cursor is not a decimal number. You see, so for example, I call it error, char under cursor is not a decimal number. So but if I put a number and call it, then it becomes 4. Then I can arrow up or down. You see, fantastic. But I want it to be so that if I call it, if there's no number, just insert 1. Okay, and also so that's one issue to fix. Another issue is, you don't want to get rid of a 0, and you don't want it to add a negative in front. So this is wrong. So it should just only act on the current digit, 1 digit only, and it'll cycle 0 to 9 and back to 0. So let's do that. Okay, so let's write it. Okay, modification needed. Work on only 1 digit. Okay, that's what I want. And if there is no digit, insert 1. Okay, don't go into negative. If reach 9, go to 0, and vice versa. Okay, so it's a cycle. So that's what I want. Okay, so delete that, show in browser. Fantastic. Okay, now let's put the mouse back. Am I doing good? Are you guys enjoying this coding session? Let's use my my trackball again. Trackball is nice. So far so good. So far so good, guys. 5 people watching. Okay, so let's do it. So I need to decrease the font size a little bit. What? Okay, very nice. Thank you, GCS. So I want to decrease the font size a little bit. Okay, so what is the okay, negative. Okay, negative. Yeah. Okay, back to our size. Okay, showing browser. Okay, let's start to code. So put a code. Emacs Lisp. Yes, fantastic. Pop it out. Fantastic. We are in business now. Define. Not delete file, define. Okay, that's a function definition template. Now, since we already have written this command before, let's look at the source code. So describe key. This is the key I use. There it is. Xah miscellaneous in this file. Open it. There it is. xah-increment-number. Okay. And then there is xah-decrement-number. Okay, copy it back here, back to here. Okay, let's paste it here. Okay, so let's increase. So we got, this is the previous code. In fact, we did this live on 2024 May 8th. So if you want to watch it, you can. We coded this live from scratch. So, and we also talked about other things. Emacs Lisp coding, calculation pad, yeah, increment digit, how to change behavior, zoomer idiocy. Okay, several things there. But anyway, let's code this. Should we code from scratch or should we just modify? That's a question for you guys. Okay, so I want to change just the digit. Okay, let's code from scratch, shall we? Okay, let's code scratch since I'm experienced Emacs Lisp coder since 2016. So by now I've coded Emacs Lisp 10 years. So I can afford to create from scratch, like with my eyes closed. Not exactly close. Okay, this function we are named. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Name it that. Wait, increment digit under cursor. Okay. If under cursor is not a digit, simply insert 1. Okay, when reaches 9, go to 0, vice versa. Use arrow up down keys to increment or decrement. Okay, and or square wheel. Fantastic documentation. The all important thing typical programmers ignore. They don't know how to write documentation. All important. Okay, so now, so we need to write another command. Is called decrement. Okay, so it's God, how many? We're gonna do this quickly. 17 minutes. Okay. So so cursor position. First of all, check what is the current digit. Okay. Char after. So let's see if we are on a number, it should change the character to the right or to the left. Technically, it should change to the left, because now this is a little bit tricky issue. You see, the question now is a user interface design issue. You know, you're gonna write this function to increment or decrement, but suppose the cursor is here, you know, on the 3. Now, if you call this command, should it just increment the 3 or the 2? You see, intuitively, we think it's 3 because obviously the cursor is highlighting that character. But you see, a cursor is actually a beam. It's actually a I-beam. There's a Unicode character for that. Let's see. Okay, so beam, not that, okay. I-beam. You see, that is actually a Unicode character that indicates APL functional symbol I-beam. Oh, okay, it's from APL. Anyway, never mind. Let's not digress. Okay. So anyway, the question is, should it increment on the right side of the cursor or the left? Because the cursor is actually an I-beam. But why does Emacs put a rectangle highlighting to the right side of the cursor? That is because historical reasons. Because back then, okay, let's digress a little bit. No problem. Just digress a tiny bit. Okay, history of keyboards. So you see, these are history of keyboards. This one is from 1970. Back then, computers looks like that. This cost you $50,000. $50,000, my friend, for this thing, and the power of this thing is a fraction of your cell phone. Okay, but 50,000 something. Oh, actually 3,000. $3,000. Okay, 4,000. But how this monochrome. This is only 2 colors. Okay, how big is this? It's like 40 characters by 20 characters. Okay, so if you have a terminal, that would be wait. So for example, we got a PowerShell terminal. Let's increase the size. Okay, in fact, let me show you something fun. Okay, so let's, for example, go to web, xah info, go to talk show. Okay, so you can do so you list list directories, and let's do something funky. Let me show you. Okay, this, like, pretending this is the terminal back then in 1970s. Okay, so you go to settings, appearance, and what is this? Colors in rendering. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this. Okay, appearance, position, application, theme, position of newly created tabs. This is a little bit digression. Do you guys mind? Comments, okay? Comments and answer. Always show tabs. Use acrylic material in the tab row. Don't know what the fuck that means. Active terminal title, always on top. No. Tab width, pane animation. Always display an icon in the notification area. Hide terminal in the notification area. Automatic hide. Hold on a second. Where is it? Rendering color themes. No, rendering must be what? Disable partial swap. No, okay, this is taking a bit. Shit, I want to. Okay, startup, default profile, PowerShell default terminal application. Okay, so we wasting time right now. But hold on a second. Are you guys seeing this? In startup, you can select the size n rows by m columns. Okay, thank you. But that's Okay, so but anyway, the old monitor, they are very tiny, actually 80 columns by 25 rows, so it's like it's like stamp sized on today's monitor. But I wanted to find something. Profile defaults, okay. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, here. Okay, appearance, yeah. Retro terminal effects, that's what we want, okay. So let's see, okay, let's open a new window, Control Tab, Control Shift Tab, no, that's not retro. What? Defaults, appearance. Oh, you need to save. Wait, defaults, defaults, and appearance, and the retro terminal effects on. Save. You see it, save. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now close this setting. There it is. Now close this. Now I magnify. Now this is like classic terminal. Actually, I need to turn it red. I need to turn it like green or orange. Then you see the kind of the retro terminal. Okay. Fascinating retro computing. This is classic. This is where VI, Vim editor, originated. VI. So anyway, back then, your screen size is about just like that small. Okay, digress so much. So let's go back. Yeah. So the question. Yeah, we back to the question. The question is why Emacs shows a cursor on the right, highlight the right side. That's because back in the days, you cannot display I-beam because the monitor is not little raster monitor. It's actually character by character. So these monitors, they cannot show graphics. They cannot draw a line. They can just simply display characters, 80 by 40, something like that. So you need a way to indicate where is the cursor. So they just they just make it background highlight. So when you see that cursor shape, that means that's when you type, that character appears there, instead of being on I-beam. In fact, we can change Emacs to show I-beam. Okay, so let's try. Let's just play around. Okay, describe variable, cursor type. Okay, show. Okay, so cursor type, you can have several type. Let's see your bar. Okay, don't display the cursor, or you can even hide it. Box. Okay, box and the bar, or hollow. Okay, so now let's try it. Okay, set Q cursor type, and let's say bar. Okay. Oh, actually, because I'm using xah keys, so when I switch to insert mode, now it's a bar. You see, actually, yeah. So we don't actually need to test. So if I switch to command mode, it's a square. But if I switch to insert mode, it's a bar. You see, insert mode, now it's a bar. So anyway, that's a history. Why does Emacs show a block after the cursor position? That's because the monitor in the old age came from that. So, but it's actually, so back to the design question: should you do it before the cursor or after? I think it should be before. Okay. So, but then it becomes counterintuitive. Anyway, let's just code it, okay? So char after, char before, okay? So if char before returns the character before the cursor, okay, that's not a good way to do it. Oh God, okay, we digressed so much. We got 30 minutes to go. So good, so far so good. Okay, so I love my digressions, fantastic. More colors on the keyboard than on the screen. Yes, you see, I have, I typed so much, then I started to have hand pen again in the past 2 days, right here, left hand. So anyway, so let's get this. We want to finish this. So first of all, you want to determine. Okay, so let's say, okay, so okay. Let begin and end position, okay, and begin position is let's say another one, xp0, okay. So xp0 is point returns the current cursor position, which is an integer, okay. Then let's remove that. So then so char is the current char, okay. So char will be set x char equals to the point and before it, okay. So buffer substring no properties, okay. Now let's shrink this a little bit so you can see. So that will grab from the current point to before, okay. So minus one point to the point, so that's one character. Now next, oh God. So next, actually, so we don't need this, okay. Char. Okay, so we got a character. So if the character is equals to any of the digit, okay, if match string, okay, regular expression 0 to 9, okay, then what is the string? The string is this character, and optional, we don't care, okay. So if the character before the cursor is a digit, then what you do? Then you just take the char and string to number, then char is a string, convert it to number, then increment it, okay, increment +1. That's right. Then in fact, then you delete, so you got that character, okay. So but first of all, you need to delete backward, okay. Delete char. Now delete char, which direction it deletes? Let's see. Delete char deletes the following n characters. The following, okay, so you need a negative. So delete that character, then grab it, then insert, okay. So insert this thing, you need to do number to string, okay, back to number to string, okay. So let's clean the code a little bit, okay. So we got that, okay. So we got a character. Now if the character is actually a digit, then then you remove that digit, okay, then you insert. Okay, so wait, hold on a second. So there's something else you need to be careful when you insert, because what if it's 9? So if it's 9, then you add 1, it becomes 10. That's not what you want. So you want to make sure, so insert, okay, if xchar, if string equal xchar is equals to 9, then just insert 0. Okay, so this actually paste it there and remove that. What's going on? Okay, so if it's 9, then insert 0. Otherwise do this. Okay, you need to do this inside here. Otherwise string to number, then increment, then number to string, then insert. Okay, so you need to actually insert. Okay, so that is what? So wait. So if string match, okay, then delete char, then insert. Okay, so let's refactor the insert. Okay, but hold on a second. Okay, so yeah, we need that. So this part is when it's not a digit. So when it's not a digit, all you have to do is simply insert 1. Okay, when there's no digit, just insert 1. Okay, since it's okay, so you don't need that. So let's refactor this code here. Let's see. Let's make it insert. Okay, if it's 9, insert 0. Otherwise you don't need the insert there. Otherwise that. Okay, I think it works. Okay, so I think that works. So now let's, okay, are we sure? So save it, go back to the file, by compile it. Yes, it didn't tell you any error. That means at least syntactically it looks good. Delete it, open it, evaluate the buffer. Now we can try it. Let's say 8. Okay, am I doing good? Am I doing good? Steno, hi Steno. Steno is a AI machine learning expert. He just wrote he showed me he wrote a large language model, the AI chatbot. So he's in China and he's coming to America, to a university here. Fantastic. Congratulations. So let's say 8. So let's call it. Call the number 9. Seems to work. Now wait, what? Let's try again. Okay, args out of range. Okay, so let's say 3. Do it, works. Okay, now if there's no number, do it. Oh, fantastic. Now if it's 0, do it. Fantastic. Now if it's 9, do it. Oh, it works. Fantastic. Wait, no number, do it. Yeah, so it does it to the number in front of the cursor, which is what we designed it for. Now all we have to do is write a decrement number. Okay, actually we, instead of writing two functions, increment decrement, we can actually combine it by by the parameter. But let's do the simple way. Okay, so this one is for decrement. So instead of all the increment, we just say decrement. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so decrement there. So decrement digit under cursor. If cursor is not digit, simply insert 1. Okay. Now when reaches 9, go to, when it's 0, go to 9. Okay, then arrow up and down. Okay, use or scroll wheel, that's okay. And now we just need to change the increment to decrement. So where does it go? So if it's 9, we don't. Okay, now this is decrement. So if it's 0, it goes to 9. Okay, and otherwise it's all decrement. Okay, so plus is negative. Is there a function 1 negative? Yes, there is. 1 negative just decrement a number, an integer. Okay, so I think that's it. So we got a decrement. So evaluate the buffer. So Emacs knows these two functions. Jump to the diet, back up, jump to the diet, press a key to byte compile. Yes. Do you want to? Yes. Okay, no error. Open the byte compile. Looks like that. Delete it. We don't need it. I do byte compile to make sure it tells me if there's error, because when you do byte compile, it helps in detecting errors. Okay, now all these backup files, crap, delete them, mark it, press key, delete, sure, yes. Okay, so these are my 10 file directories actually. So usually I just manually delete some of them. Okay. Okay, where is our code? I forgot. No, God, where is our code? Oh, here. Okay. What? Oh, yeah, here. Okay. So evaluate the buffer. Now let's try. Now if there's no number, do it. Argument out of range. What? Do it. Wait. Oh, because it's in, right now it's an error because you are at the beginning of a buffer. There is no character in front of it. Okay, let's fix it a little bit. Okay, so if point minimum is the smallest cursor position in a buffer. Okay, so if point min equals to 3 equal, actually we are done, because 42 minutes. Okay, so if point minimum is equal to point, then that means you are at the beginning of a buffer. There's nothing in front of it. Then when that's the case, you just insert. Okay, you just insert 1. So like this here. Okay, so yeah, okay, oh God. It gets more complicated. Okay, so if that's the case, then you just do that. Otherwise, delete that, move here, that part, put it there. There it is. Still not too complicated. Is it acceptable? Yes. Eval the buffer, go here. Now call it. Still wrong. Okay, eval the buffer. Wait. if home min equals 2 point, yeah, eval the buffer. Okay, go here, call it arg out of range, buffer untitled, set q arg out of the range. Oh, because here you see, yeah, so we gotta fix that. So you gotta do this here, okay, because the error came from this line, because your cursor is at the beginning of the buffer, so there's nothing in front of it. Then over here you are trying to get the current position and -1, which means, the current position, that position is basically 1, -1 is 0, but you cannot, but the buffer, the smallest beginning of a buffer is 1, so when you say 0 to something, it says there's error. So that's why this line, this part is wrong. So if that, then you just simply insert, okay. Otherwise over here, then you do that, okay, and then you don't need that, otherwise that, okay. Is it acceptable? Yes. Okay, evaluate the buffer back here, call it fantastic and beautiful. Can you increase? Wait, do it, increase, what? Wait, do it, increase, what? Do it, increase, what? Oh, I know what's wrong. What we want is, once you call it, it increases it, and you want now to be able to press an arrow key so that it keeps going. So once the command done, you want to assign the up arrow key to call the command itself. We don't have it here, so let's add the code. So, well, the code is already is actually here. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so you just need to add that. Okay, so add that there. What this code means, you create a key map, okay, assign it to X map, then you set the key to this key map of the up arrow key. So when up arrow is pressed, you call xah-increment-number. Okay, similarly for down arrow, for decrement number, and square wheel up and square wheel down. Okay, so this is a part you want to add to this command, but and also to here. Okay, beautify it, evaluate it, back to here, delete that, call the command. Now let's try the square wheel. Increase, back, do it again, increase, do it again, decrease. No, it's not working. Evaluate, what the fuck is going on? Delete, call it, up arrow. No, it didn't work. Wait, what? I thought wait, what? Increment. Yeah, the command name is correct. Delete that. Decrement. Okay. Wait, what is going on? So let wait, let's see. Oh, I forgot this part. This set transient map. Okay, I forgot it. Yeah, you need that. Okay, so actually copy that. Okay, paste that there. You don't need that. No. Copy. Back here. Paste that. Delete. Prettify. Eval the buffer. Go here. Delete. Call the command. Fantastic. Now let's try the scroll wheel. Up. What? Do it. Up. No, fantastic. Fantastic. Down. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's it. Fantastic. We're done. Okay. Put it back. Colorify the HTML. Show in browser. That is the fruit of today. Now, instead of increment number and decrement number, it should be renamed increment digit and decrement digit, because unlike before, now it only works on a single digit. Now let's try. Okay, now let's try some date. Okay, now let's say I want to change to December. Okay, call the command. One shot. Okay, now remember it works on the number in front of it. Okay, so let's repeat. Go back to 0. Fantastic. So you can just like fantastic. There is a still issue like whether you want to change it before or after. It's hard decision about this user interface, but anyway, we are done. Okay, thank you guys. Now, okay, so pay me. So you go to Emacs blog. So recently I generated a new Emacs, the entire Emacs blog. So about 9,000 pages something. So there is 900 pages here, and the miscellaneous there is 250 pages. So altogether 1,000 pages, plus about 2,000 pages for Emacs Lisp and Emacs manual, which is included. For example, you can look at it. Go to the bottom, 1,000 something pages. Open X widget, show in browser. That's a manual I included on my website. So you buy it. Some Emacs tutorial, you get practical Emacs. You get everything you need to know about Emacs initialization, customization. You can learn all about Emacs key binding. You can learn, once you mastered, you become familiar with Emacs, you can learn Emacs Lisp basics. Tells you all about Lisp data structures, string functions, format string, regular expression, number, arithmetics, convert number string, boolean, convert number string, which we used today, string to number, number to string, and equality, variable, conditionals, if then else, loop, list data structures, all important, list vector, sequence type, and so on, and how do you define a function like we did today. So this section is about Lisp, the language basics. Then next you have Emacs Lisp specifics, such as the cursor position of a buffer. How do you delete text? How do you move cursor? How do you search text in a buffer? So these are specific to Emacs, the editor, Emacs Lisp. And then you can learn how to write a major mod, okay? So you can buy, of course, pay me, as like a sponsor. You just pay me some amount, cheap, $35, $32. In fact, I need to change this to some $50, it's okay. So yeah, so support me. Go to xah Emacs tutorial. You can just donate to me. Donate by PayPal or you can go to my homepage, xah code, all the way at the bottom. You have Patreon, Amazon gift card, PayPal. Okay. Does the decrement digit check for point mean? No, that needs to be fixed. Okay, so but but I'm not gonna do it online because my goal is just to show you guys how to do it, but it's trivial. So you need to also kind of fix the decrement. Usually you don't, because you see, let me explain why. Actually, we don't. I don't think we need to fix it. You can if you want to, but you see, the reason is there is no key binding for the decrement number directly. I only have a key binding for the increment number. Why? Because once you call the increment number, then you can just scroll wheel to decrement or increment. So if you want to decrement, you just call it and just decrease twice. So the advantage is that you save one key spot for other commands, kind of, but if you want to, you can just create another key binding for the decrement. But since we only need one key binding, therefore we don't, we never call decrement directly. For example, we can call it xah decrement number. If we call it now, it's gonna be an error. You see, because there's no digit in front. But usually we don't, you just call the increment, then you can, you can increase or decrease. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Fantastic and beautiful. Okay, so guys, you can join my xah Discord. Okay, I've been very alive on xah Discord. I mean the my xah Twitter, of course, xah Discord here, but also xah Twitter, x.com. So I've been starting to, Trump become president, so there's a lot of changes. The DEI is gone. Now it's illegal, like diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. Basically means LGBTQ, trans, BLM, and the code of conduct. That's a thing relevant to us. Code of conduct. For example, this Guido van Rossum guy from Python, he says, I've always felt that feminism was right and we need to change the whole society. We need to change the whole society for feminism. Guido van Rossum says, I also unfollowed a bunch of the white male. Oh my God, Jesus, what a crime, the white male opinion leaders, and have started to follow more pie ladies. Oh, the all-important ladies, girls. He says, male attitude is hurting the programming space. He says, I'm hurting the programming space. This Guido van Rossum guy says, I'm hurting the programming space. Oh my God. He says, open source projects, especially large, well-known open source projects, have been slow in comparison to the rest of the tech industry in letting women into their teams, says this guy. Well, I think if you are concerned about women, you need to talk to the Kardashians. Bye, guys.